Hello everyone, American Sports 365, here with me once again is my colleague Alex. So, still no Arsenal matches for this week, so it's a good time to talk about Arsenal's summer transfer business. So today we're going to grade all of Arsenal's summer arrivals. So, starting off, of course, with Declan Rice signing. Obviously, the fee was massive, £100 million guaranteed, plus potential future add-ons of another £5 million. So obviously, a huge fee. Arsenal's record signing now, but despite that, Rice has been fantastic. Already won 2 man of the match awards in 4 matches, scored a match win goal against Manchester United, played extremely well in that match as well. So I gave that signing an A+. Again, the fee is massive, but Rice has lived up to those expectations so far, for sure. So, what are your thoughts on that transfer grade?
Yeah, I would give the transfer a B+. Rice is a world-class footballer in a position that we really needed a world-class player in. Having said that, because the fee is so enormous and possibly even a little bit too big, even for a footballer of Declan Rice's quality, I can't quite give it an A, but still, a good grade, B+.
Yeah, I think obviously it's an enormous fee, and of course that comes with enormous expectations, but Rice has already been one of Arsenal's best players this season, so if he continues playing like that, then he'll justify that fee. So, moving on, definitely isn't going to be as good a grade. Kai Havertz is another player that Arsenal signed this summer. Could cost them up to £65 million, and Havertz has been all right, and product's been lacking. He played poorly against Manchester United. I gave this a C-. I went back and forth in terms of the grade, but I'd give it a C-. I don't think it's worked out particularly well so far, and it's definitely a risk. So I don't think I can really give the signing a higher grade than that at this point. So, what are your thoughts on the transfer grade for Kai Havertz signing?
Yeah, I agree with you. C-. It's a big fee for a player who is overall mediocre, let's be honest, at Chelsea. And it's not really a position that we needed another player in, to be honest. So yeah, I think C- at this point. I mean, Havertz certainly has the ability to be more than worth that transfer fee, but I mean, he had plenty of time to, increase his level consistently at Chelsea, and he couldn't do it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, all that is true, and there's also the fact that including him in the team has pushed Partey right back, which doesn't really work. I think I've shared my thoughts about that enough. But so I think C- is about right. Like I said, I can't really justify giving that transfer a better grade than that. Now, moving on to the signing of Jurrien Timber. This one's a little bit harder to grade because Timber unfortunately suffered a long-term injury in his Premier League debut. Just obviously terrible luck for Arsenal, but I think Timber is really promising. Has a lot of potential. Arsenal signed him for up to £38.5 million. It's definitely a sensible signing. Adds depth in defense. But yeah, I gave it a B for now. I think it's definitely a sensible signing, but obviously with Timber only playing one Premier League games so far, it's kind of hard to assess that. So, what are your thoughts on the transfer grade for the Aaron Timber signing?
Yeah, I agree. I think a B sounds about right. It's a reasonable fee for a young defender of his potential. It's pretty hard to assess, as you say, considering he got injured immediately. Having said that, for a defender, such an injury usually doesn't totally derail their career with the advancements in sports medicine. And he was always going to be one for the future anyway, so I think hopefully he'll be able to come back strong from that injury and prove to be good value for money.
Yeah, I'm optimistic about the signing. Hopefully, Tim comes back and is just as good as he was before the injury. But yeah, having played so little so far, I think a B is about right. Now, in terms of Arsenal's final summer arrival, the 2023 summer transfer window, of course, David Raya, who Arsenal signed on a season-long loan, a loan fee of £3 million, and there's a £27 million purchase option. I think Raya is definitely a good signing, gives Ramsdale some serious competition, and is probably the best backup goalkeeper in the Premier League, I would say, given the fact that when he started for some time in the Premier League for Brentford, so certainly a starting caliber goalkeeper. And for this one, I said B plus because this is a low risk deal because it's a purchase option, it's not an obligation, just in case things don't work out. And like I said, I think this adds serious depth for Arsenal at goalkeeper. So I think it's a really good transfer. So, what are your thoughts on the transfer grade for David Raya signing?
Yeah, I would actually even give it a slightly better grade than you, A minus. Considering Raya is a proven Premiership goalkeeper, signing for a relatively low loan fee, a reasonable option to purchase, and he'll give Ramsdale competition for the number one spot, and it seems like Ramsdale really thrives under pressure, and that brings out the best in him. Worst case scenario, he'll be an excellent backup, and if Ramsdale gets injured or something, he can step up and be a capable number one keeper as well. So I think that's a very good signing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good signing for sure. It's not pretty low loan fee, and as you said, the purchase option is for a reasonable fee as well. And I think Ramsdale will thrive under more serious competition. I think even if Raya is just the backup, I think with all the competitions that Arsenal is going to be in, obviously be back in the Champions League this season, I think Raya is still going to play a good amount of games as well. So yeah, I think it's overall a very sensible signing, and definitely one that makes sense for Arsenal, both in terms of getting Ramsdale in competition and also that security and obviously a vital position. So yeah, definitely good signing.
Yep.
So there you have it. Those are our grades for Arsenal's 2023 summer arrivals. Overall, I think this was a good transfer. The Kai Havertz signing is the only one that I have some reservations about. I think the rest of them were good, and I think this sets Arsenal up well for success on all fronts in this current season.
Yep.